Hello, dear students. Let me start today by thanking you all. I have started these video series to keep you all charged, motivated, and to give you the best of the concepts and the amendments. And you have also given me motivation by so many views, likes, and comments on my video. Thank you so much. And all your messages are really boosting me to make more videos. So now this has become a two-way motivation. Let us continue this two-way motivation journey. Today's topic we are doing right now is joint life policy in partnership. So till I share the screen, you are sincere to learn it. Watch this video till end and type in the chat box till I share the screen. Type in the chat box, ready to learn JLP. Ready to learn JLP. Yes. Can you see the screen? If this is my regular class, I would never give this table ready for JLP. These are my regular class. Every day we write booster notes. And these booster notes are never printed. When you write it in your notebook, you write it in your mind and you learn it for the final exam also. Right? So, but then these are video series. So take a notepad and sincerely make sure that you are writing this and keeping it with you so that in 5 minutes you can revise the joint life policy in partnership. Partnership has so many concepts. It's a vast topic: admission, death, retirement, dissolution. The most troublesome part of the partnership for the students is the JLP. If the joint life policy goes wrong, the whole problem goes wrong, and the way it goes is somehow, even if you take wrongly in the realization account or capital account, somehow everyone comes out of the exam center smiling, my partnership problem tallied. This happens in the class also. When we give homework, 10 students have tallied the partnership firm's balance sheet but with different totals. So be careful. In accounts, I always say everything is between debit and credit, right? So it will tally, but of course you have to do it correctly. So let us start with the concept of joint life policy. This will mostly be given to you in case of retirement, death, and most important, even in dissolution of the partnership firm. Now, when it is the case of retirement, the joint life policy premium, whatever you are paying, they may bring it to the maturity value and keep it as it is. But when there is a death or when there is a dissolution of the firm and partnership is getting closed, then joint life policy will mature. So the question mark is, what should be the treatment of joint life policy in the partnership accounts? So now the most important part we are starting is, see this table. What is the treatment given in books when you pay joint life policy premium? Okay, that will decide how you have to treat it on maturity. Suppose you have paid joint life policy premium, and while paying the premium from the partnership firm, you have recorded it as expense. That is P&L account debit to bank. You have done. You have treated the premium paid as expense. So on maturity, whatever amount comes on the maturity of the policy, reverse it, bank to profit and loss account. Now, when you have paid the premium, you treated it as drawings. You debited all the partners' capital account in their PSRs to bank. When you paid the premium, you treated it as drawings. So whatever amount comes on maturity, bank to partners' capital account, straight you give it as partners' capital account, right? Okay. There's some trouble in my screen. 2 minutes. Yeah. रुकावट के लिए खेद है. And I don't want to edit this video. This all happens while we record. Okay, so either you have treated it as expense or you have treated it as drawings. So when you receive the amount on maturity, take it to partners capital account credit side in their profit sharing ratio. Now third one, so many times in the partnership, balance sheet is given to you, opening balance sheet, and in that JLP is appearing on the asset side. That means whenever you paid premium, JLP to bank, JLP to bank. See, I have written the figure 10 rupees. My main aim is to give you the concept. So figures I have taken very easy. So you have paid JLP to bank, JLP to bank, 1 rupee. Last 10 years, you have paid 10 rupees premium. You are just treating it like any other asset. On maturity, bank to asset. So like that, bank to JLP, 15 rupees you have got. 5 rupees is the profit which you have got on maturity of JLP. You can credit it to the P&L account or you can credit it to partners capital account as per your method of treatment. Is this method clear? Last one. This is the called as googly, where students go wrong. So I don't want you all to go wrong. Take notes, practice this concept. Any doubts are there in the description box. My email ID is given. You can reach out to me. If you treat it as asset, JLP to bank, at the same time from profit and loss account, you are creating a reserve, just like sinking fund for depreciation, sinking fund for debentures. PNL to JLP 1 rupee, one reserve you have created, and JLP to bank 1 rupee. Again PNL to JLP, again JLP to bank. Are you getting what you are doing? You're paying the premium and similar you're creating the reserve. So at any point of time, take a pause and understand this, that your JLP reserve and your JLP asset will have same balance. JLP reserve has 10 rupees because every year you debited PNL and you created reserve, and JLP asset also has 10 rupees. So in your opening balance sheet, reserve and asset will show 10 rupees. Now it's the time for dissolution or death, and let us mature the joint life policy. Bank to JLP, 15 rupees you got. Now JLP is having a profit of 5 rupees. Don't take it directly to capital account. Are you seeing my cursor? Don't take it directly to the capital account. Take it to the reserve first. And now reserve already had 10. You added 5 more. So now in reserve you have 15. This whole GLP reserve belongs to partners. Transfer it to partners capital account in their profit sharing ratio. Did you observe one thing? Whatever method you follow, finally the policy benefit is going to partners capital account, directly or indirectly. But very important thing is that, do you have a choice in exam? Ma'am, I feel this method is easy. Can I go by this method? Ma'am, can I go by this method? No. In your opening balance sheet, in your question paper, if they give JLP on asset, it is the third method. You have to prepare a JLP small account and transfer the profit to partners capital account. If in the opening balance sheet JLP asset and reserve is appearing, then this is the fourth method. You have to give treatment like this. Fourth method, I have routed the maturity amount 15 rupees through JLP account, through reserve, and then to partners capital account. There's one more option to it, option 2, which is not on the screen, but that can also be applied. That is, whatever 10 rupees is there in JLP, transfer it to partners capital account in the profit sharing ratio. And JLP, treat it like any other asset. Realization account debit to all the assets when you dissolve the firm. And then bank to realization, whatever amount you get on maturity of JLP. So automatically 5 rupees profit will come in realization account. I'm repeating, option 1 is prepare a separate JLP account and pass these entries. Option 2 is JLP account, you can treat it as any other asset, and in case of dissolution, route it through realization account, and then JLP reserve, directly give it to partners capital account. Okay, to take lot of notes, take the benefit of videos. If you like these concepts, do share it with your friends and keep motivating each other. Let us keep this journey on. Bye bye. Wish you all the best. Signing off now, CA Deepti Cheda. Till we meet again in the next video.